Welcome to Cave In, the dangerously fun card game where you and your so-called friends descend into an unstable cave to grab as many shiny rocks as you can before the ceiling decides you've had enough. You're treasure-hungry miners armed with greed, bad judgment, and a deck full of disasters. Objective: your mission? Collect as much loot as possible and make it out alive. The game lasts 5 rounds. Each round ends when either everyone safely leaves the cave or the cave collapses, crushes the hopes and treasures of anyone still inside. If the cave collapses while you're still inside, you lose all your loot from that round. After each round, any treasures you manage to escape with are added to your vault, your imaginary treasure stash. These gems are safe, sit beside you, and no longer take part in the game. After 5 rounds, count the treasures in your vault. The richest gold digger wins. What's in the box? Inside, you'll find treasure cards, your shiny income. Jackpot cards, huge payouts if you survive long enough to keep them. Action cards, the chaos engine. Sabotage, swap, and steal your way to victory. Rescue cards, your last-minute lifesavers when things explode. Event cards, unexpected twists that hit everyone at once. Hazard cards, the real danger. Draw enough of these and the cave collapses. Plus expansion cards like Worm of Doom, Leprechaun's Curse, and Pot of Gold for when you're feeling particularly self-destructive. Game setup. Set aside the jackpot cards. Put the jackpot cards with values of 7, 10, and 15 aside. You'll use them later. Remove expansions. Take out the Worm of Doom, Leprechaun's Curse, and Pot of Gold cards. These are for the expansion and not used in the base game. Adjust the deck for player count. For 2 to 3 players, don't remove anything. Play with a full deck. For 4 players, remove 1 cave-in card and 1 last-minute fix card. For 5 players, remove any 2 hazard cards and 2 last-minute fix cards. Use the player aid cards for each player count to keep things straight. Thoroughly shuffle the remaining deck and place it face down on the table. Place the player aid card beside the deck. That's where you'll place the hazard cards and leave space for the discard pile. Who goes first? Easy. The greediest player starts. After that, turns proceed clockwise. Taking your turn. At the start of your turn, you have 2 options: stay in the cave or leave the cave. If you choose to stay, you must do at least one of the following: draw a card from the deck, play an action or rescue card from your hand. During your turn, you may draw as many cards as you like, drawing them one at a time, or play action and rescue cards in any order. When you play a card, place it face up on the table or in front of another player if it targets them. Any played or canceled card goes into the discard pile face down. Any cards drawn during the round must stay hidden in your hand, unless you want someone to steal them. Your call. Your turn ends if you say, "I'm done." You play a card marked Ends Turn. You draw an event or hazard card. These always end your turn, even if the effect is canceled. If you choose to leave the cave, say, "I'm out," right at the start of your turn, before you do anything else. You get to save all your treasure and jackpot cards by adding them to your imaginary vault. Discard all action and rescue cards from your hand. You're now an observer for the rest of the round. Heads up, other players might try to stop you from leaving. If you left the cave with no cards left in your hand, take any 1 treasure card from the discard pile. That's your reward for either bravery or sheer bad luck. You can only leave the cave at the very start of your turn. If you've already drawn a card, been forced to take one, played a card from your hand, or been forced to skip your turn, tough luck. You're staying in the cave. Some cards like Sabotage and Lunchtime can mess with your grand escape plan. If someone plays Sabotage on you and you fail to leave, your turn continues as normal. You're still stuck in there, so make the most of it. If everyone else has escaped and you're the only one left, keep playing your turn as usual. Draw and play cards like normal. Since you're the last one standing, you can leave the cave at any moment during your turn, not just at the start, as long as the cave hasn't collapsed. But beware. All active hazards and events still affect you. Hang in there, hero. A round ends when either all players have left the cave or a cave collapse occurs. The cave collapses when the hazard pile reaches a certain number of active hazard cards. For 2 to 3 players, 4 hazard cards. For 4 players, 5 hazard cards. For 5 players, 6 hazard cards. If this happens, all players still inside the cave must immediately discard all cards from their hand. Jackpot cards, action cards, everything. Safety rope is the only card that can save your loot during a collapse. If you have it, your treasure cards go safely into your vault. All other cards are still discarded. To start a new round, gather all cards from the discard pile and the hazard pile. Then add a few jackpot cards randomly into the deck. For round 2, add 2 cards. For round 3, add 3 cards. For round 4, add 3 cards. For round 5, add 4 cards. Shuffle everything together to form a fresh new deck. The next round begins. The next player clockwise takes the first turn. A short guide to cards. Here are some tips for each card category, plus extra guidance for some of the trickier cards in the game. Hazard cards. When you draw a hazard card, immediately reveal it to everyone. You must apply its effect, unless someone cancels it. Then place it on the hazard card pile. The top card of the hazard pile is considered active until it's either covered by a new hazard card or removed with a last-minute fix or a lucky horseshoe. Rescue cards. Last-minute fix. Play this during your turn to remove the top hazard card. You can't use this card to cancel the hazard card you just drew, only one that's already on the table. Caving Helmet. If you draw a Cave-In card, you can immediately play Caving Helmet to block its effect. The Cave-In card still goes on the hazard pile, but you don't lose any cards. Safety Rope. The ultimate lifesaver. Use this card when the cave collapses to avoid the consequences. Your treasures go safely into your vault, though the rest of your cards still go into the discard pile. Lucky Horseshoe. Your last-minute miracle. You could play this at any time, even on someone else's turn, to block the effect of any hazard, event, or action card. Event cards. When you draw any event card, immediately reveal it. Apply its effect, unless someone cancels it, then discard it into the discard pile. The only exception to this is the Leprechaun's Curse. Turnaround. Reverses the direction of play until the end of the current round. Action cards. You can play as many action cards as you like on your turn. Some action cards are labeled Use Anytime. These can be played outside your turn. If multiple action cards are played at once, their effects resolve in the order they were played. Lunchtime. A spicy little card that forces a player to immediately end their turn and cancels any action card they just played. You can even cancel a lunchtime with another lunchtime. Yep, Snack Wars. Sabotage. Force any player to draw a card from the deck, even if they just said they were leaving the cave. Why? Because chaos is fun. Gem Finder. Lets you move 1 or 2 treasure or jackpot cards directly into your vault. No risk, all reward. Escape Plan. Play this card to leave the cave at any time, even when it's not your turn, if it isn't cancelled. A short guide to the expansion cards for the truly unhinged. These 3 cards are here to make your life harder and way more fun. You decide how much chaos you can handle. Throw in 1, 2, or all 3 for a truly cursed game. Here's what they do. Worm of Doom. A nasty little worm you'll want to get rid of ASAP. As long as this card is in your hand, you'll lose all treasure cards at the end of the round, even if the cave collapses and you have a safety rope. The worm doesn't care. This card can't be discarded by effects like Lava Floor or Earthquake. And yes, if it's the only card you have, you'll have to show this disgusting thing to other players when they ask why you didn't discard anything. To get rid of it, on your turn, pass it to the player who has the most cards in hand, or tied with you. Your turn immediately ends. If the target cancels this pass with a lucky horseshoe or lunchtime, the worm goes straight into the discard pile. If you draw a Cave-In and have to discard your entire hand, the worm goes with it. If you're the last player in the cave, the worm auto-discards. If Leprechaun's Curse is active, you can give the worm to the Leprechaun during card transfers. Lucky you! Leprechaun's Curse. The leprechaun is small, sneaky, and greedy for loot. As soon as you draw this card, your turn ends immediately. Place the leprechaun card next to the main deck. Starting with the next player, each player must give any 2 cards they choose from their hand to the leprechaun at the end of their turn. This curse continues until the leprechaun is banished. Any player on their turn may attempt to banish the leprechaun by drawing 5 cards in a row from the deck without playing any cards in between. If successful, take all the cards the leprechaun has collected as your reward. Then discard the leprechaun's curse. Continue your turn as usual. Bonus rules and exceptions. Lucky Horseshoe instantly banishes the leprechaun. All cards it hoarded go straight to the discard pile. If you've already escaped the cave, the leprechaun leaves you alone. You lucky fox. If you draw Panic, which forces you to draw another card, it counts as part of the 5-card banishment chain. If the 5th card drawn is a hazard or event, first resolve its effect, then discard the leprechaun and collect his stash. Pot of Gold. The biggest treasure in the game. But keeping it? That's the real challenge. You may only add the pot of gold to your vault if you leave the cave with only this card in your hand. Careful, someone might play sabotage and force you to draw, ruining your chance. Or you're the last player to leave the cave. When you successfully escape with the pot of gold, you must show it to everyone so they know you met the conditions and can be properly jealous. Special cases. If you leave a cave with empty hands and take the pot of gold from the discard pile as your empty hand bonus, it goes straight into your vault. If your hand has only the pot of gold and escape plan, and you use escape plan to leave, you're still considered to have exited with only the pot of gold. So you're good. You cannot send the pot of gold to your vault using Gem Finder.